who feel deeply that it's the right thing to do for our country to stand up for this kind of injustice and persecution, no matter where it occurs in the world. So it's, I would say, a great honour and privilege to work with you on this. It's the best of liberal democracy. And I thank my fellow parliamentarians for the way that we show everyone, I hope, in this country that actually on things of this great importance, we can come together across party, across house, and work for what's right. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much. It's a real privilege to be here today, but certainly I'm sure my fellow parliamentarians would agree with me that it is our honour to be with you rather than the other way around. I know how hard so many people have worked to bring us the testimony from those who are at the centre of what is happening, and I think that that's been incredibly important in shining a light and making sure that the world is truly aware of what is going on. And our job as parliamentarians of all parties, my colleagues in the SNP are very focused on this issue, but this is an issue that crosses all party boundaries. Our job is to help you to shine this light. We will do that, we will stand there with you, and we will ensure that this is a topic which is at the top of everyone's political agenda, so that everyone, whether in Scotland, the UK or further afield, is aware and is acting to support your cause. Thank you so much.
So now, please. How are we doing on votes? Are we okay? Okay, good.
I'm 7 3/8. Well, thank you very much. This is the second one of these I've got. The last one I bought in Kashgar over 30 years ago, and it shrunk a bit. So I've got a bit of working into this one. But anyway, look, it's very difficult to add to what my colleagues have already said. It is a great privilege for us to be here, because the work that has been done through the Uyghur Congress and these tribunals has been so important. And we as parliamentarians just get up in a very crazy place called Parliament and make speeches of support, and occasionally some of us get sanctioned, and gosh, I'm very proud to be one of these 7 sanctioned parliamentarians, and many of our colleagues are very envious that we have been given that badge of honour, as we've called it. We only have to get up and make speeches. Those people who have given evidence in these tribunals, and who have real life, close family experience of exactly what it feels like and means to be under the oppression of the Chinese regime, are the real brave people who need to be applauded and who we need to give as much publicity to as possible. I'm really proud to have been part of this cause. It is a fantastic cause that is entirely cross-party, and everyone in Parliament, as you've seen from the votes, on acknowledging the genocide, and I'm proud to have led the vote on the debate for the diplomatic boycott of the Winter Olympics, which we must make sure goes through, is a great voice which we are trying to give you in Parliament as well. And we'll continue doing that, because the Chinese have scored a spectacular own goal. Our fortitude, our perseverance and our determination to shout harder, louder and longer about the injustice that people like the Uyghurs and the Tibetans, a cause I've supported ever since I was a teenager, as well as the atrocities now going on in Hong Kong. They have encouraged us to make sure that the whole world knows about what's going on there. And I should think a couple of years ago, few people in this country would have heard of the Uyghurs, or known where Uyghurs come from, or have heard of Xinjiang. You have made sure that an awful lot of people now know who the Uyghurs are and the injustices that they have faced and continue to face, and who is responsible for that. So we're tremendously grateful, and we will continue working with you until at last the Chinese regime have been called out and have been brought to book because they've been allowed to get away with it for too many years, and that must end. Thank you very much.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Good evening and assalamu alaikum. Thank you so much for this, and I'd like to offer my congratulations to the World Uyghurs Congress for their launch of this evening. I would also like to dedicate this award to the Uyghur people who are currently suffering unimaginable abuse in Xinjiang and beyond. In light of the harrowing evidence presented to the UK Uyghur Tribunal just last week, it is high time that the international community takes swift action. It is paramount that the UN is granted unfettered access to Xinjiang to properly investigate the scale of human rights violations, and that the perpetrators of the human rights abuses are held responsible for their egregious actions. As someone who has been working closely on the Uyghur case for many years, I find it completely heartbreaking that our Uyghur brothers and sisters have been enduring such pain for decades. And today, as Vice Chair of the APPG on Uyghurs, I pledge to continue raising the plight of Uyghur Muslims and stand in solidarity with friends and colleagues here. Rahima, whatever we can do to help, we are here. Thank you.
Okay, is Bob Seeley here? Bob, no. Is Christine Jardine here? Okay, all right. Are there any other MPs here that I haven't yet noticed? No. Okay, in that case, we are going to do our photo call with all of the MPs up on the stage, please, all together, hopefully all wearing your dockers. I know you'll be pleased to hear Ian. And if our photographer could, oh, you're there, okay, great. With Dalton, with Regina, and with some rest of you. Yes, please bring your awards as well, thank you. If we could all give a round of applause to our Okay, so for those of you who are staying on for the remainder of the evening, we have a few more awards to give, I'm very pleased to say. The first award that will be presented now will be to the wonderful organisation. Oh, hang on. Yes, no problem. Scrap that. We are having a break, it seems. Are we having a break? We're having a little break. Okay. Enjoy your wonderful food and get to know one another, and we will recommence a little bit later. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. Ekran oldidagi aziz qarindoshlar, hammalarning bu vaqt xayrli bo'lsin. Men Farad Yurunqash, hammalarni yurakdan salomlayman. Aziz qarindoshlar, hozir ko'rayotganinglar Dünya Uyghur Qurultiyi tarafidan shu ئەنگىلىيە parlamentida Uyghur irqiy qirg'inchiligi qarorining qabul qilinishida zo'r kuch sarf qilgan, boshlamchilik rolini o'ynagan va bu sababdan Xitoyning embargosiga uchirgan bir qism parlament a'zolariga va Uyg'ur irqiy qirg'inchilik qarorining qabul qilinishi uchun kuch chiqargan ئەنگىلىيەdagi ba'zi ommaviy tashkilotlar va ba'zi partiyalarningki mas'ullariga Sharq Turkiston xalqi nomidan tashakkur etish murosimi o'tkazildi. Sud Xalqaro Uyg'ur sud kollegiyasining ikkinchi qatimli sudi oxirlashib bu murosim shu sud ochilgan binoda ayrim bir zalda o'tkazilyapti. Aziz qarindoshlar, bularga butun shu ekran oldida o'tirgan butun chet ellarda yashayotgan Sharq Turkistonlik qarindoshlarimizga vakolatdan bularga maxsus tashakkurnoma taqdim qildik. Har birisiga Uyg'ur xalqining simvoli hisoblangan do'ppa kiygizdik. Aziz qarindoshlar, aslida bizning planimizda Dünya Uyghur Qurultiyi bu ئەنگىلىيە پارلامېنت irqiy qirg'inchilik qarori qabul qilingandan keyin mana bir programma o'rlashtirib murosim o'tkazib ularga bir rahmat aytishni plan qilgan. Ammo afsuski bu ئەنگىلىيەda bu koronavirusning yangi bir tipi bayqalganligi, koronavirus vaziyati ئەنگىلىيەda favqulodda og'ir bo'lgani uchun u planni amalga oshirolmagan. Mana shu Xalqaro Uyg'ur sud kollegiyasining ikkinchi qatimliq sudning ichilish fursatidan foydalanib turib bugun bu aslida qilmoqchi bo'lgan ishimizni bugun bu yerda muvaffaqiyatli holda o'rlagan bo'ldik va bu murosimda har qaysi parlament a'zolari bor, bu yerda har qaysi siyosiy partiyaning vakillari bor. Bularga maxsus Uyg'urcha masalan ko'rgansiz sangza Uyg'urcha yemeklarni taqdim qildik. Alayda minnatdorligimizni bildirdik tekrar. Bularmi shu sud oxirlashgan kuni bularmi kelib hali ko'p parlament a'zolari Uyg'ur xalqiga bo'lgan, Sharq Turkiston xalqiga bo'lgan o'zining qo'llashini ifoda qildi sud maydonidan kelib. Avval qatimmo masalan ئەنگىلىيە parlamentning a'zosi Nusrat G'ani, uningdagi ba'zi oqsumaklar jamiyatningki a'zolarimi maxsus tunji navbatlik Xalqaro Uyg'ur sud kollegiyasi ishlayotgan mezgilda sud zaliga kelib bu shu Sharq Turkistonlik guvohchilarga va chet ellik guvohchilarga madad bergan va o'zlarining har zaman Sharq Turkiston xalqi bilan bir sapda, bir tarafda ishkanligini ochiqcha ifoda qilgan edi. Aslida sizlar bilasizlar, bu Nusrat G'ani va bir qancha 5 nafar parlament a'zosiga Xitoy hukumatı embargo yurgizgan. Ammo bular hech bir zaman Xitoyning bu xil ta'didlariga, bu xil embargolarga, jazolarga pisand qilib qo'ygani yo'q va o'zlarininki Sharq Turkiston xalqiga bo'lgan qo'llashini har munbarda, har yerda ifodalab kelyapti va bugunmi Dünya Uyghur Qurultiyi, ya'ni Xitoy mustabid kommunist Xitoy hokimiyati tomonidan bo'lginchi tashkilot, terroristik tashkilot deb aytilib kelayotgan Dünya Uyghur Qurultiyi tomonidan uyushtirilgan bu murosimga shu parlament a'zolarining kelib qurultayninki Sharq Turkiston xalqi nomidan taqdim qilgan tashakkurnomasini taqdim qilgan do'ppisini qabul qilishimi bularninki, ya'ni Xitoyninki ta'didlarga hech bir zaman pisand qilmaganligini, bosh egmaganligini va har zaman Uyg'ur xalqiga bo'lgan qo'llashini ifoda qilganligining nihoyatda jonli bir o'rnigi. Aziz qarindoshlar, yana shuni eslatib qo'yaylik aziz qarindoshlar, bu yilning boshlarida o'tgan yili bu Dünya Uyghur Qurultiyininki London ishxonasi qurilgan va bu yildan e'tiboran o'zining faoliyatini kundan-kun kuchaytirib jonlantirib kelgan. Bugun shu murosim bilan birga yana Dünya Uyghur Qurultiyi London ishxonasining qurilganligi qayta bu yerda bir ta'kidlandi va ma'lum mandat vaqtida Dünya Uyghur Qurultiyi London ishxonasininki bu yerda İçiliş murasimi bo'ldi. Aziz qarindoshlar, biz programmamizni bir to'xtaylik, chunki bugun 12 soat program berdik. Avval 10 soat sotning programmasi berdik. Bu murosim nihoyatsiz boshlandi. Shuning biz naq maydon programmasini boshlab berolmadik. Hozir program murosim oxirlashdi ve bular üzere sohbet, üzere Uyghur tamamlarına eğiz tegip, hazır üzere sohbet için moğluş oturdu aziz kardeşler. Kila katımlık programımızı görüşeyle, görüşüşü aman bulunlar, hayır hoş.